Creating a solid morning routine can change the dynamics of your day, right? So if you wake up and you get a lot accomplished or you have a meaningful morning, it can actually set the tone for the rest of the day. So in this video, I want to go over the things that I do in the morning and actually how I created my morning routine and my mindset when I was creating my morning routine to help me as a mother of three, a teacher, a content creator, as well as a wife, to help me have productive days. So in this video, you'll see how to actually create a solid morning routine that you actually want to stick to, okay? So just keep watching. So if you don't know, my name is Toni, and on this channel we discuss productivity, mindsets, as well as personal development. So if that entices you in any way, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the crew, and let's get to it. So first, I want to ask a couple questions, okay? So the first question is, do you think having a morning routine is a hype? Like, do you feel like, oh, everybody now is jumping on this whole morning routine thing and it's just a fad, or they're just hyping it up and it's not that serious, all right? So for me, having a morning routine is actually not a hype because it actually set the tone for the rest of my day, right? Having a morning routine gets me pumped to actually get out the bed early, okay? So the next question I want you to think about is, what happens if you never actually stick to your morning routine, right? How does that form your day? How does your day continue on? And also, when you're thinking, okay, I never stick to my morning routine, think about it, right? Normally about like day 3 of this whole morning routine thing, you're like, oh shoot, I forgot. Or what was the steps again? What happens after I check my planner? Like, you know what I mean? So it's okay not to stick with your morning routine. Maybe, think about it, it had too many steps or it didn't fulfill something for you. So the last question I want you to think about is, what is the point of you creating this morning routine? Right? So some people just create morning routines just because it's a hype, or they see everybody else doing it, or they're just doing it just because, right? So think about the point of you creating your morning routine, okay? So while we're going through this video, I want you to keep those things in mind as we go through this video, okay? So when you're creating your morning routine, the first thing I want you to think about is, what does a perfect morning look like for you? Right? Not nobody else, not me, not, whoever else here on YouTube or social media. What does a perfect morning look like for you? Because you're the one that got to wake up and do it, right? So what does a perfect morning look like to you? What is the point of you creating this morning routine? What are you trying to accomplish? So you need to answer those questions when you are initially starting to form a morning routine. What do you want to accomplish? Okay, so one thing I would like for you to do is comment down below and let me know the purpose of you wanting to create a morning routine. Are you wanting to get more done in the morning? Are you wanting a more meaningful and mindful morning? Are you wanting to get your house clean in the morning? So let me know down below the purpose of your morning routine. Is it productive? You want to have a productive morning? So comment that down below, and yeah. So now I want you to pull out your planner or pull out your notebook. As we all know, having a handy notebook comes in clutch. You can do, I write literally everything in my notebooks. Like I have like probably 10 notebooks that I'm currently like rotating through. So pull out your notebook, and what you want to do is write in there, what do you want to incorporate in your morning routine, right? So let's say, for instance, you want to incorporate skincare, or you want to have a meaningful morning, right? What does a meaningful morning look like to you? So for me, it's meditating, relaxing, clearing my mind for the day, right? Or do you want to create a productive morning routine to where you're accomplishing most of your tasks at like 5 a.m.? And yet, having a morning routine for some people may start at 5, some people might start at actually 11. So you gotta think about that too. So we're gonna get into the time part of it later on in this video. So think about the different things that you want to actually accomplish in the morning routine. Next, what I want you to do is create a list. So the second thing for this task for creating your morning routine is create a list of 3 things. Yes, only 3. Don't overconsume. Don't over Don't overload your morning routine. Don't do it. So create a list of 3 things that you want to incorporate in your morning routine. Just 3. Don't do it to yourself. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I want to, I want to meditate. And then after meditating, I want to work out. Then after working out, I want to clean my whole house. And then I want to do a 10-step morning routine, facial morning routine. And then after that, I need to, write in my journal. And after that, I need to, answer all emails. That's just too much, right? By the time all that, you might be late for work, or so forth and so on. So also what I realized is a lot of people that have morning routines that talk about their morning routines don't have another job, or they work from home, right? So you have to also keep that in mind. What kind of time are you working with, right? So that's why I said only add 3 things to your morning routine, because you might not have time to include everything in your morning routine. So when adding this list of items that you may want to include in your morning routine, you think of what you want to accomplish. Okay, so let's say for instance, you're trying to accomplish a meaningful morning, so you might want to meditate, you might want to journal, you might want to spend some time by yourself and just clear your mind. If you want to have a productive morning, you might want to fold clothes, tidy up, and whatever else. All right, so you need to just keep that in mind. What kind of morning do you want to have? Once you get your 3 things, you need to figure out how long would each of these tasks take. Okay, so let's say for instance, your morning is going to consist of you doing a 30-minute workout. After you work out, you want to meditate. Then after that, you want to journal, right? Let's say for instance, you journaling is about 15 minutes, you meditate is about 10 minutes, and then you working out is 30 minutes. You also need to add buffers in that, okay? It's about 5-minute buffers between each, okay? So yet we are at about an hour or so. So keep it in mind. So if you need to be out your house by a certain time, you need to give yourself enough time to take a shower, get dressed, so forth and so on, and include your morning routine. So give yourself an extra hour to complete your actual morning routine, and then get ready for the day and get up out the door. The next thing that I want you to do is plan the night before. So your morning routine actually don't start in the morning, it's not the night before. So number 3 is plan the night before. Okay, so if you know your morning is going to consist of you meditating, how about you get your meditation video or audio ready, opposed to you spending more time looking for the perfect guided meditation, right? And I will leave the name of the app that I use for meditation in the description box, so make sure you check that out. So you need to keep that in mind. Okay, start the night before. If you want to work out, take out your workout clothes from the night before. So your morning routine actually starts at night. Okay, so one thing you need to keep in mind when creating any morning routine is you gotta get out of bed. Okay, so once you figure out how long each task is going to take and what time you need to figure out, set that alarm. Okay, and what happens is sometimes we don't stick to our morning routine because we don't wake up in enough time to actually complete the morning routine, and then we're like, you know what, forget it. And then next thing you know, 3 weeks gone by and we forgot all about that morning routine. So in your journal or wherever you're writing out your morning routine, you need to also write down the time you need to wake up, and you need to set that in your alarm. So when you're writing all of this down, you're writing down your morning routine in order, a lot of amount of time that you want to give yourself for each routine. So right next to you writing down your morning routine, write down the amount of time that you should take per task. And then underneath that, you need to write down the wake up time. Okay, the time that you need to wake up. All right. And what you want to also do is form a habit. Okay, create systems. So your system can consist of, once you're done with this task, your body automatically knows to move on to the next. Once you're done with working out, your body knows to meditate and relax. Or either way, you meditate, relax, then work out. Or if you're cleaning up, if your morning is going to consist of cleaning up, then you might want to consider putting a load in the wash and then cleaning up for about an hour or even 20 minutes. Okay, and then moving on to putting the clothes in the dryer, because by then you should be done and be ready to get out the door. Okay, so creating little systems matter. So I learned that in a couple of books, and I'll have those linked down below. Okay, so by the time you create your list of your morning routine, what I want you to do is keep it in mind. And also, once you set your alarm, put next to the alarm, start morning routine, or you can put a quick reminder. If you do not wake up at this time, you cannot have a productive day. Or let's say, for instance, you want a meaningful morning, put that in your alarm. You can put, I would have a productive day, or I would have a meaningful day if I wake up now. Or I would clear my mind, or I can get a lot more done if I wake up at this time. Or whatever the purpose is of you creating a morning routine, put that with your alarm. So when you see your alarm going off, you're like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and get up now. So keep that in mind, okay? And also give yourself enough time to get each task done. All right, so those are the simple things that you can do to start implementing a morning routine that you would actually want to stick to. Keep it simple and have a purpose, okay? So thanks for watching, and I will catch you later. Bye.